the exotics and so on. So as a result, they draw a lot of those to those Northeast kinds of car shows.
Well, you know what you're driving in that one with the nameplate on the dash.
Yep.
Big enough, wasn't it? Alfa Romeo.
Now this one's, look at this.
The miniature 48 Ford.
Yeah. 65 Volvo PV544. This was the final year for it. 65. They were produced from 50, let's see. From 59 on, I guess they were. This thing was 2,000 pounds. Roughly 2,000
They sure
pounds.
did use the style of the 46, 7, and 8 Ford.
And you wonder why, you know, we're not seeing something like that street rodded. You would think that that'd be a great looking street rod.
90 horsepower, 1,778 cc four-cylinder motor in it. Jean Celeste out of Saratoga Springs, New York.
Pretty fine, pretty fine.
1972 BMW, 2002 TII, M2 conversion. I've got lots of information on these. 125 horsepower, 1,900 cc, fours, 10 to 3, 10, 3 to 1 compression. Roy Wickland out of Petersham, Massachusetts.
Look at the size of the trunk.
Yeah, isn't that amazing?
A big trunk for a little car.
That's
Yeah.
wow.
And in 2002, that was really a very popular model of the BMW.
Now, what is an M2 conversion? John's got, he's not quite sure on that. He said it is quick. It is a fast little car, even the stock ones.
There it is, M-Power.
Oh, okay, so that's a newer engine that he's got in there. So, so you know, you do have like an M3 BMW, so that must have been the forerunner to that. But
Right. And this was the M2 conversion.
yeah, so okay,
that's
so that's what they
is.
did. Yeah, Mercedes.
Yeah, look at this, 61 300 SL. Very sharp. 225 horsepower. There was only 1,858 of them produced from 57 to 63. This was the publisher's choice up there. Jim Taylor.
I could see where that might be.
Isn't that
Fabulous
cool?
looking car. Great styling.
The only car with eyebrows over the wheel openings.
Yeah.
Earlier versions of this replaced the Gullwing coupes.
Very pretty.
That's sharp. That's got to be fun to drive too. Did you talk to John at all about the
No,
these clips?
I really did not on this particular clip. So he's pretty thorough with what he does. So it's, you know, pretty easy to deal with.
74
Spitfire.
Spitfire. One of the more popular British coupes.
One of the last ones with the chrome bumpers.
Yeah. Only weighs 1,700 pounds. 1,493 cc motor.
And I think we'd probably find a few of those in this area. You know, they'll come out. We'll see those at the Devereaux Kaiser.
Yeah, there's a couple of those. There's a few in the area.
Because I think there's a club that's, you know, pretty well dedicated to that in the area. Looks like it. Like an Alfa Romeo.
89 Alfa Romeo Spider. Quadrifoglio? Foglio? They imported 2,920 in the United States that year.
Again, really nice styling.
And red seems to be popular.
Apparently.
This was the
Guess
top
you
of
gotta
the
have a
line.
little red sports car.
Was this a red car show?
I don't know.
Now this one's got 115 horsepower. Very nice.
Everything's really very well laid out too in that whole dash area.
I wonder what that is.
There we go. 65 Volkswagen Beetle. I wonder how many of these VWs, how many of these Beetles were produced all together in that body style. Gotta be up there.
Well, they
bunch.
surpassed the 15 million
God.
mark with Model Ts and kept right on going, so it was
Really?
way up there, yeah.
It's gotta be way up there then.
20 million or so, maybe.
Pam and Doug Davis out
And of course,
Scotia.
they were produced in Mexico, and
Kept on going quite a while, didn't
they
it?
sure did.
Well, they were indestructible. Those little motors in them. I mean, it was just,
I can tell you a story about going in the mountains of Colorado.
yeah.
Someplace where I was barely getting my four-wheel drive, and we hooked him on this Volkswagen. I said, "How'd you get it up here?" He said, "Well, when we got stuck, we just lifted it up and carried it over." Uh-huh.
Everything was very, very simple and functional, but boy, it worked.
Yep. Yes, it did.
Nice big package tray in there to put stuff in.
Yep.
Let's see.
Only original ones.
Only
That's good,
original
yeah.
ones.
That must be original one.
All right, check it out. 69 Lotus.
That's what you don't see very often.
Very rare. They made them 62 to 73. Anywhere between 9,600 and 12,000 were produced. Weighs in at 1,500 pounds.
Some
110
interesting
horse.
treatment on that molding around the back of that top, like a cockpit, round cockpit there, instead of straight across.
Chris and Steve Becker out of East Meadow, New York.
Look at that dash. Wow.
Oh, now that's nice. I like that. I don't know if I could quite get in and out of them anymore. That little MG midget I had.
It's always easy getting in.
Yeah.
Speaking of,
Check this out. 59 Triumph TR3. Actually a TR3A. Guess the mileage on this. 450,000 miles on this car.
whoa,
Gee.
I guess he's been around the block a few times.
I thought my Camaro had a lot of miles.
4-speed, 105 horsepower, 4-cylinder.
Unusual color combination and scheme.
Yeah, very nicely
Yeah.
done though.
Different, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Very attractive. Slightly modified, wheels a little different.
Roll bar.
Bill Devendorf out of Hope Falls, New York. Very sharp. It's okay to touch the car. Most guys go
It's
nuts.
the other way around, yeah.
Yeah,
Since 1966.
yeah, 440,000 since 66.
Wow.
So it had mileage on it before that. They're
Yeah.
estimating 450. All brought to you in part by Keels and Wheels.
That
That guy.
Point over your right shoulder, Bill. It was right there. Keels and Wheels. Here you go. No, your other right. Ah,
Right there.
jeez.
They moved
You know
the
what?
sign.
Yeah,
I'm
they moved the
telling
signs
you.
on us
Moved the
every
sign.
time.
What
you know,
was the last car we looked at? Because I got to cross it off my notes here. That was that Triumph, right?
Yes, it was.
Okay.
He's got
All
big-
right.
Yeah, what he's trying to tell you, folks,
Otherwise,
is that he's
next-
got more shots.
Yes. Otherwise, next week I'm going to be all messed up on my notes, and I won't.
Yeah, we'll
know
have
what's
to jump
happening.
all over 'em then,
Hey,
too.
they didn't get the right hand thing. They're probably going to blow it on the sign off too. So
You're only off the clip for 10 seconds and you lose your place in your notes.
I know. See that? Whip.
We need to stick together to keep this show glued
I know,
Folks,
I know.
we got to hear a word from our sponsors. Let me get these guys under control. We'll be back in a couple of minutes. Junior's Trim Shop in Venice. Our award-winning interiors have been applauded locally and nationally. Junior's will repair or replace seat covers, carpet, door panels, and both vinyl and convertible tops. Our experts have more than 40 years of experience and specialize in original, antique, and custom automobiles, boats, and aircraft. For quality craftsmanship at a reasonable price, call Junior's today. 493-1840. That's 493-1840.